Alrighty, welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. We're just going to get started right away. I've filled up my water jug. I've got a kitty cat on top of my computer. I am ready to go. Alright, we ended last time with starting Act 2, did some few side quests for like our pals Sociel and Sela, made some progress in the crusade mode, and when we left off, a dude called Yaker Onkul, who claims to be a Hell Knight, showed up. Basically like, hey, my troop is over there, and we are in danger. Could you please help? Oh, hey, little one. And we said yes, of course. We're going to be heading there soon-ish. Hey, little one, they say you can do magic. An old silver-haired fighter sizes him skeptically, apparently baffled to find such a young girl in the middle of the war. I didn't ask her to come, she just followed. He's cradling his wounded arm, which has been hastily bandaged. Can you heal me? Of course. Ember whispers a spell and touches the bloody bandages. Thank you. Thank you. That's so much better. How old are you? You're only a child. I have a granddaughter at home just like you. Oh, little girl, how did you end up here? What are you doing in the thick of it with us? Ember gives him a lighthearted smile. I'm just like you. I came to the thick of it so the thick wouldn't come to other kids, like your granddaughter. Wild bee. So little and yet more courage than some officers. No, Ember no, don't look. Ember is just like cuckoo in the coconut, okay? Like, we appreciate what she does, but let's be clear, she has lost it. The old man runs his hand over her hair, and she smiles at him again. The crow on her shoulders rubs its head on his hand like a cat. Talking to you takes a load off my mind. I reckon it's not just my arm you healed. Hi! Do they come for you to help like this? Demons keep hurting them? I keep healing them. But you know, it's surprising. So many soldiers come to me. They say I bring them comfort, that I give them strength. But I don't do anything like that at all. I only talk to them nicely. I'm just a feather-brained little girl. What if I say something wrong? Maybe I should keep quiet. But I can tell that my words make them feel better. Guess I'm confused. Don't second guess yourself. You're helping all of us. The soldiers, our companions, and me. Think so? I think I'm just wandering around saying silly things. Alright, it must be true if you say so. Well, she might be a little cuckoo, but we will encourage that. Shoot boo boo. We have talked to the queen, yes? Yes. How are we doing on cash? I want to sell the Tyranny of Mind.
Let us be off.
Will sir. Show me what you got. Sell that. Oh, wow, that's worth a lot. It is a +2 flail, so yeah, that makes sense. Guess we don't need the entrapping longbow, so we'll sell that. Bag. There are no bags of holding? No more bags of holding, okay. Ofo shards. We'll take the 9,000 all the same. Finian's nice and all, but I would like an upgrade. But we're only a little ways into Act 2. There's still a long way to go. Have we spoken with Sela? I forget. Yes, okay. Yeah. We are at 33,000. I would like, if possible, to get another 1900 experience. Before we head to the Hell Knight camp, but that might... Don't you bark at me, Jason. Just because getting to our level 7 could be super good. We do need to take out... God, okay. We need to take out... That's not the way I want to go. This army... And we need to take out this fort. We can't get to the Hell Knight camp until we clear this fort. So it's very important that we get right on that. Okay. I don't remember there being a gargoyle here. We're going to use Scorching Ray to try to take these archers in the... Okay, well... Got him. These gargoyles are kind of tough. Okay, yeah, well, that should take care of them. This guy's gonna go like there and bop us. Oh, you are paralyzed. Interesting. So one thing about clerics is we can use them to heal our people, which makes them quite useful. Hopefully this just stays bopping on this, because if an enemy gets in the face of our archers switch to melee, where they are significantly worse. Just shy of level 4. We could, I guess, go down here and beat these guys up. Okay, hold on. We need... Yeah, I need to get back into camp. I think I need to talk to Ninio? I was expecting there to be something lit up on my map that is not currently lit up. Let's see, more than nothing. Yeah, we need to talk to Ninio. Okay. Alright, Ninio hides out. Where does Ninio hide out? This way. Alright, Ninio, let us speak. Boy, I am pleased with you. I asked you to bring me to safety, and that's exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower to aid me is most efficient and frankly pleasing. With you on hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plumb the depths of knowledge hitherto unknown, and scale the dizzying heights of future discoveries. What I mean is, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude. I foresee immense potential in our future cooperation. Do you always express your delight so effusively? What? Who are you? Ninio stares at you for a while, bewilderment in her eyes, but then it is replaced by recognition. Oh yes, my new follower. What am I supposed to do? Oh yes, I must provide some verbal encouragement for your as-yet modest achievements and try to introduce you to strive for more of such encouragement. That is the principle that underpins any training. She frowns, but only for an instant. Ah, I see. Your modest nature was unsettled by the overabundance of my gratitude. I do apologize for putting you in such an awkward position. I will never praise you again. Unless I forget. Not quite what I meant, but okay. But let's get back to the business at hand. Your new assignment will be to take me to the inconspicuous ruins that are located in an even more inconspicuous valley lying between Canopus and Dresden, as soon as is reasonably practical. Mark them on your map with a large red cross so you won't forget. What's so special about these? I'm glad you asked. This is my greatest hypothesis, my secret project, and I won't pass up the opportunity to share it with you because you are my most loyal follower. And you are worthy of possessing such knowledge. And also because you are the first person to ever ask me about it. Some time ago, I was walking around the border of the world and I met a strange person. He was wearing a frayed gray robe and his face was hidden behind an odd white mask. Of course, I didn't miss the opportunity to ask him about the reasons for his absurd appearance. And do you know what he said to me? He said, "I am the answer, but what is the question?" Then he walked off in the direction of the whirlwind. Next day, after I had already forgotten the encounter, I had another similar encounter. This time, I met an elven woman, judging by the pointy ears sticking out from behind the mask. "I am the answer, but what is the question?" he said before walking off toward the whirlwind. Then I realized everything became clear to me. I know a mystery when I see one. Consider this one of my myriad talents. After all these geysers weren't simply on their way to a costume party, were they? After examining several maps, I determined that they were all heading in one direction, a place not far from Canabras, a place which is marked as Nameless Ruins even on ancient Sarkorian maps. That's where I need to go. Unraveling all the secrets of that place will be my greatest discovery. Secure my place in history, or perhaps even in legend. And how do you know where we have to go? You know how to find a beehive in a forest. You need to catch 2 bees, set them free in 2 different locations in the forest, and remember the directions they fly in. Then you take a map and draw lines showing the bees' routes. The place where the lines intersect will mark the location of the beehive. Fascinating, yes? By the way, forest bees do not make any honey. I used the beehive principle here too. For a couple of months, I tracked the strange people in the mask and observed the direction in which they were traveling. I collected the coordinates, mapped their estimated routes, and made a discovery. All these routes intersected at the Nameless Ruins not far from Canabras. And what do you expect to find there? I haven't the slightest idea. If I knew what was in there, I wouldn't be so eager to go. Right, so why do you need my help? Ninio's eyes seem to pop out of their sockets in surprise. Don't you see? This is a legendary secret place. Who knows what may happen to me after I lift the veil and uncover the workings of the universe? My mortal body may be unable to contain that knowledge, or perhaps I will ascend and become equal to the gods themselves. I need you to write down everything that happens and report my fate to the interested parties in Absalom. And don't forget to praise me as I deserve while you're there. You know, these could just be ruins. In that case, we'll write this experiment off as a failure and start another one. I don't know which experiment I'll try next. Okie dokie. Well, now you know, so off we go. Did I just rhyme? Perhaps I've discovered poetic talent in myself. Let's conduct an experiment. Quickly, say any word, and I'll try to find a rhyme for it right away. Creation. Crustacean. Cogitation. Not the best rhymes, don't you think? This experiment was unsuccessful. We have learned that I have no poetic talent at all, but it's no reason to despair. Having a gift of poetry in addition to my inexhaustible intellect would have been a little too much. Besides, I am catastrophically busy and have no time to spend on writing poetry. Ninio produces a crumpled piece of paper from her sleeve and takes some notes on it. This conversation lasted approximately 5 minutes. By the way, did you know that this is the exact same amount of time the Inquisitors of Canabras need to find a defendant guilty? But to shake off Inquisitors chasing you takes 5 times as long. That experiment proved that running while clad in heavy armor is not burdensome for them at all. It does not surprise... What do you mean he failed? Whatever. Yeah. It does not surprise me in the least to learn that Ninio got on Holren's bad side probably within seconds of entering the city. She walked in, and Holren went, "Eyes, cultist senses tingling," and then, like, immediately ran off to find her and throw her in jail. So we're gonna go to said Nameless Ruins. So in Act 2, aside from the time limit for some extra rewards for completing the act, there is no timer in terms of, like, days to complete any objectives. I don't like this formation we've got. I would like my ranged guys to back up a little. They are way too close to the front line for my liking. Yeah, that seems fine. But I think there are some based on the event, on events, so I'm not sure when, like, so we need to get to the Hell Knight camp at some point. I just don't know at what point in terms of, like, events do we need to get there before it becomes unavailable? I'm gonna move you over there. Oh, I needed to buff Wooljiff. He's gonna be a very unhappy boy. Okay, they're going for Sela, who's actually got a pretty bulky armor class right now, so that's fine. Is there a way I can... Yes! A lot of these stalkers, they have... Where is it? Evasion. Which means if they succeed on their reflex saving throw, they don't take any damage from the fireball. But... I still think it's... Oh, that sucks. But yeah, I still think it's for the best to... Okay.
You should have listened to reason.
Yeah, I still think it's worth it to go for it.
Go.
Endure this.
Yeah, okay. Damn, there's still so many of them. Yeah, there's like a lot of these fuckers, huh?
We won't falter.
How come...
Time to share your treasures.
I'm confused because I could have sworn I had my rage turned on, and yet Jimmy is not currently very mad. He's just a normal level of mad, and I'm not sure why. Uh-oh, I've been booped. I swear they are hitting Sela more than they should.
Strike with all your might. Cover me, all right?
No glory without risk. I'll remove this obstacle. Go.
So, that wasn't great. But in fairness, there were just so many of them. I mean, that was like 300 almost worth of...
Yes. The gods have abandoned. Yes. What was this?
I have no idea, Ember, but you were going... Damn, that was a hell of a voice clip for just selecting Ember. So... Here, there are, in fact... more dudes. We're gonna bring a fireball down to our hot bar. Probably replace armor. We'll put mage armor in the side here.
We will win this war.
We will, but it's gonna take us probably another 60 to 70 hours. Okay, we did not hit too many of them. We actually need to armor up Jimmy. We've got a very limited number of... Okay. 27.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Stab your ass.
Got him. Okay.
Do it.
That should kill that guy. We have the Hat of Heartening Song, of course. Anyway, by activating Sela's song, we should get an extra, like, 1 DC. on this. Okay, that hit Sela. It wasn't supposed to. That was Woljif, I'm sorry. Damn, even Woljif failed? Dude's got a reflex of 15. Rolls a damn 3.
Into the fray.
You won't survive.
Oh, I meant to turn off Sela's song. That's an oopsie daisy on my part.
Forwards! Onwards.
Yeah, I don't think these guys are actually guarding anything, but, you know, they're worth a handful of experience. Yeah, that's all junk. They are guarding this. It's a little diagram. It's got a square. It's a circle with a square with a circle. And the outside circle is blue. Could that mean something? Perhaps part of a solution to a puzzle. The answer is yes, it is. And that should not be surprising. Okay.
Be off.
So the thing about raging, we are fatigued for a minute after we finish raging. And during that time, we can't rage. On top of the other penalties we take. So, yeah, we need to, after each rage, before we get into another scary fight. If it's not a scary fight, I don't care. But if it's a scary fight, or even a moderately scary fight, or even just a kind of scary fight, we do need to wait.
I stand ready. Let's move.
I found
Always be ready.
something.
So, yes. Okay, we're gonna send Woljif over there. Yeah, Fireball's fine. We need to kill this Plagued Smilodon as quickly as we possibly can. We also want to disarm this trap. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Endure this.
But yeah, the Plague Smilodon is, continues to be, I suppose I should say,
The inheritor.
really scary.
Blade.
We won't falter.
So yeah, we're putting everything we got, except for the dog, into killing it. Okay, a good sneak attack should take care of it. Beautiful.
Make every strike count.
Too late for apologies.
The light. Take you.
Alright, we're gonna send Jimmy up here.
You should have listened.
We took care of the Smilodon before it could actually cause any harm, so that's good.
Cover me, all right?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah, no. Nothing's in range, so we'll just move her forward a little more. Smack him?
On your might.
Really? Just 15 damage? That feels kind of weak. I don't know why my rage does not show up here. Because I should be getting like a +2, right? +2 bonus, yeah, but it just doesn't show up.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
You won't survive me.
Okay, fry that guy. It was worth a shot.
The fray.
We are going to turn on power attack. That's only a -2.
We can do it.
Yeah, there we go. 24 damage. 1d10 plus 15. Love to see it.
Mind over muscle.
Distract them for me.
Okay, go and pop that. Finish him off. Okay, didn't quite... the guy has a lot of health, so you know what?
Reason.
No shame in not finishing him off.
Time to share your treasures.
Shame in rolling a 2, though, Wooljiff. Shame on you. Shame on you. Cannot believe you could do this to me.
No glory without risk.
We won't falter.
Okay. This guy should be dead already, but,
All right.
thank you.
We should move.
Alright, we're going to have you do this.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Who has our highest will save? Looking like Sela.
Rely on me. This was simple enough.
Ooh, got a ring of protection plus 2. Very nice. We also get a cloak of cleansing plus 2. So it's cloak of resistance plus 2 and gives us an extra plus 2 on compulsion and disease effects. That's quite good. Ninio is going to appreciate this headband of vast intelligence. I give that to you. That to you. Okay.
This is my kind of work.
Wonderful. Alright, well that's gonna do it for this little cave. We did give Ninio her headband, yes? Yes.
Are we ready to move out?
So yeah, what's her DC on stuff? Probably pretty good. 19, never mind.
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
I'm confused. No, I'm not. Never mind. It's an, yep, nope. Favorite element, that's why. I was for a second wondering how it was that Ember had just as high of a saving throw despite having a lesser modifier. But yeah, we picked up a elemental focus, which gives her a +1 on all of her fire difficulty classes. So
We are the light. They are the darkness.
all right, we got some gargoyles.
Heavy or zappy? Why not both?
Yep, they're going to,
To the
boy, they are gonna ruin Ember's day, huh?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I'll remove this obstacle.
AC 17, so if we turn on power attack,
Strike with all your might.
more spawn. Wonderful. Alright, let's all calm down, take some naps.
Distract them for me.
the light. Take you.
Alright, they have for some reason decided to focus on these guys. We don't complain about that. We want them to focus on our more tanky characters.
We can do it.
And maybe get this guy to sleep. Beautiful.
Time to share your treasures.
Alright,
Cover me.
you know what? I bet we can kill this guy, but... never mind. You know what? I bet we can still kill this guy before he gets up. Boom.
Make every strike count.
Do not
Uh-oh,
fear.
Plague Bear.
Do not waver.
We do get a surprise round, that's pretty good. Getting mad.
You should have listened to reason.
There is actually a second plague bear that we cannot see.
Crossed the wrong mongrel.
Into the fray.
Stab you is after you.
Fortunately, we took care of plague bear the first before it became an issue, and the second one decided to just waltz right up,
You're irrelevant.
so we didn't even have to go hunting for it.
You won't survive me.
The light take you.
Distract them from me.
Whoa. Plus 15 to hit. Okay.
We won't falter.
I did not realize it had been 3 minutes already. Because Woljif's shield has worn out. Alright, well, let's see what's in this little box here.
This is my kind of work.
Potion of Reduced Person. It's kind of whatever.
Might be trapped.
Oh.
Might be treasure.
Unbiased opinion?
Alright, let's not trigger the traps and Woljif to take care of that. Thank
Pretty
you.
good, aren't I?
I feel like might be a fight. There's not. We failed up her. Oh, yeah, there's a sack right here.
Must be a sign.
Let's move.
Alright. We know one of the things we have to do. I think I actually just know the solution to this puzzle, but we'll see if we can't find the other pieces to the solution. So yeah, here we see that we've got 2 lines lit up here. I am the answer, but what is the question? An elf woman in a frayed robe turns her head to you and stares at you through the slits of her simple white mask. Then she holds out her hand and touches the ancient statue. The absence of an answer is an answer too. Oh, look at Tiger. He's fighting. He's shadow fighting something. Hey, wait, where are you going? Spontaneous dematerialization is unscientific. You touch the statue and freezes. Following her example, you put your hand on the statue, and the world around you ceases to exist. You are a lone grain of sand floating in the unknown, emptiness of the unknown. Your path has no beginning and no end. You are tiny and insignificant in comparison with the cosmos that surround you. But then something changes. The emptiness takes notice of you, stares at you, measures and assesses you, and a question comes, as simple and as deep as the emptiness itself. Who are you? What about you? The emptiness does not engage. The question was asked, and it will be answered. Let me out of here. Foolish demand from a grain of sand floating through eternity. How can one get out of infinity? I am Jimmy Pathfinder. The name you uttered that seemed so powerful and proud rings through the emptiness. Then the silence comes, bleak and oppressive. The emptiness still awaits your answer. I am... You want to say your name? But what is it? Just a sound of sounds you use to associate you with yourself. You are Jimmy Pathfinder? You decided this is who you are. Your parents? Yourself? Someone else? It was someone else. It was me. It was me. I decided. Oh yeah. A name is just a label you take voluntarily. What happens if you tear this label off? What hides behind the name? Jimmy Pathfinder. Hold the truth. Open yourself to knowledge. Reveal yourself.
I am Nenio. Nenio. You hear me?
Uh-oh, Nenio's a fox lady.
Whatever you are?
Where Nenio used to be, now you see an unfamiliar kitsune curled up tight on the ground.
What's going on here? Nenio, is that you?
Indeed.
Well, I'll be a fox.
Nenio, is that you?
I am Nenio, the greatest scientist of the modern age, and you are my loyal follower. Why are you asking me such a pointless question?
You are a kitsune.
It appears your observation is correct. I am a kitsune. If my hypothesis is correct, and the probability of that is close to 100%, I have always been a kitsune.
You probably have, in fact, always been a kitsune, yes.
Knowledge. Following this line of reasoning, it would seem the fact of my membership of a certain race just doesn't seem relevant to me.
You know what? Fits for Nenio.
Also, there is a more important question. Why did my true identity reveal itself in this precise moment?
She casts a pensive look at the ancient statue towering over you. Now, how do you forget that you are a fox lady? Literally a foxy lady?
This question is irrelevant in the current situation. If you wish, you can ask me about it later. If you believe that I've been keeping my true identity a secret on purpose, you are mistaken. I have no interest in your causes, your battles, or your secrets, if you have any. All I need from you is your assistance with my experiments. And with this.
Nenio sweeps her hand in a wide circle, gesturing at the statues around it.
I have no words. Can I just stand here silently and look like I'm thinking something smart?
You got it, Lon. What was that? I found myself in an emptiness and a voice asked me questions.
I suppose it was a trap that yanked our minds out of our plane and temporarily transferred us to another one. I wish I knew which plane.
Okay, well that's kind of terrifying.
By the way, did you know that the most efficient way to disarm a corridor's worth of magical traps is with the help of a scientist who has been told that the formula for an elixir of the ancient races lies hidden at the end of said booby-trapped corridor?
Oh dear. Whose voice do you think that was?
I haven't the slightest idea. But it is most definitely an extremely wise entity. Besides, the entity displayed no aggressive tendencies, which gives us hope that it can be reasoned with.
So what do you think about
The
that?
voice in the emptiness asked me, and judging by your reaction, you too, who I am.
Indeed.
And merely stating my name failed to satisfy it.
And yet you kept on going.
Forced me to assume my true form, which I had completely forgotten about. I suppose this trap wasn't a trap per se. It rather was a closed portal leading to some hidden place that can easily unveil secrets and reveal the truth. The one
Also known as the worst dungeon in the game.
in an instant, just by looking at me. I would like to meet this entity. Can you imagine which secrets it can unravel? I want to speak to it, and you, my follower, must help me.
Very well.
How can you get there? If there is a door, there must be a way to open it. If there's a lock, there must be a key to it.
Unless it's a fake lock just for show.
Right on the statue.
To send people like you on a wild goose chase.
I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. I don't understand this at all. How thrilling!
Sounds like a riddle.
It does. It really does. I love riddles and puzzles.
Alright, so how do we solve it?
Each of them is inscribed with a riddle, and each demands that something be placed at its feet. I guess we need some items that represent the answers to these riddles. But don't ask me where we should look for them.
Maybe you should ask one of these geysers?
I don't think they can help us. Looks like all they can do is mumble their mantra about questions and answers.
Fair enough. So why are you so sure that this entity would even want to talk to us?
I'm not sure at all. But we must try. We simply must. Getting there and talking with this entity will be the greatest of my experiments. No exaggeration.
Or at least the unknown could be dangerous.
What is dangerous?
Fair enough. You know what?
I suppose
Stupid comment. I'll cop to that one.
Can lead to a fatal outcome after all. Living is dangerous. But what is danger compared to knowledge?
Alright, well, that's all we can do here for now.
Deepest regret, I have to admit that you are right. It's highly unlikely that we'll be able to solve this riddle right here and now. We'll have to temporarily withdraw so we can return when we're armed and ready.
And that will be in Act 5. Yeah, we're not coming back here for a while. Alright. I seem to have missed one of the pieces to this puzzle. I'm pretty sure, though, it's just light up that circle. And that will open a secret door. Hooray. Inside is a potion of removed paralysis, a phylactery of positive channeling, and who cares? We'll put the phylactery on Lon for the moment. It increases the amount his channel heals. He doesn't have enough uses of channel to really make it worth it in the long term. So once we get a headband of wisdom, we'll probably swap that out. But for the moment,
Wizard and a human enter a tavern. What'll it be, lamb?
because, you know, we might as well fill up the head spot if we can. Let's see, let's take a look at Jason. I'm gonna give him this for the moment. Think. No. This does nothing for us. Okay. Alright. That's about everything there. Okay, just need to find about 550 more experience. We have a couple of optional places we want to check out. If we're going to take a rest, we might as well do it at camp. If camp's so close, like we're right next to camp, no need to rest and take the corruption when camp is right here. Nenio. Get to work. Why does that say 5? Weird. Anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, we're gonna need more Bezors if we're gonna keep making mage armor potions. I don't know where we would get those. You draw everything beautiful, how come you never draw yourself? I've tried, but every time embarrassment gets the better of me. I see so many flaws in myself. No, sorry, it's difficult for me to answer the question. Have we given Sela any... We have not given her a single wasting. What the fuck? What? What's this mean? What? What does it mean, wasting? She's not wasting. Her curse. Okay. Weird. I did not expect that. Okay. What the hell? The commander becomes host to an anomalous force, and his dreams are filled with strange visions. He feels the space around him distort, and his sensory organs are flooded by false images, bred by distortions of light and air. Reality itself tries to expel the commander into some dark tunnel. At the other end, a grim figure waits. His body resists this crude attempt to wrench it from reality. The unknown force finds a tangle in the commander's soul, one made of demonic rage and destructive desire. The stranger grabs at it and pulls, like a hunter reeling in a harpoon. Troubled by the sudden intrusion, the dark and ominous forces deep in the commander's soul answer with a menacing growl. The commander tries to understand what's going on, and does not have a clue. We are going to reach out, seeking the protection and the blessing of the upper planes, which is granted to all Asmers at birth, and save the day or whatever. Okay. We're gonna go to the Nightingale Grove here.
I'll make my own legend.
Yeah, perfect. This is exactly where I thought it was. Nobody's running. Draw your weapons and fight, you cowards, or I'll cut you down myself.
Against our resolve.
They get a surprise round for some reason. It's very annoying. I'm pretty sure there's nothing we can do to get around that surprise round. Alright. We're gonna move Jason up here, where he will find the Marauder leader. And unfortunately for him, we're going to, even though he's standing right there, we're gonna just throw that right in his face.
Time to share your treasures.
Alchemists, as always, are a huge pain in the ass. Fortunately, we have fireballs for days. We just killed our own dog. It's fine.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Got him. Perfect. Alright, and then Woljif.
Cover me, alright?
Just find someone to kill. Perfect, kill 2 guys. Kill 3 guys! Kill as many guys as you want, Woljif. So long as they're not our guys. I'm wounded! How could this happen?
We can do it. Forwards.
Perfect. This went very well for a change. I usually have a little bit of trouble with this.
You've crossed the wrong line.
So, yeah. Happy to just, like, wreck shop.
Did I mess up again?
We won't hold.
Turn that guy into chunks. We carved his eye out. Kind of rude of us, but we did it. Whenever the wearer of this cloak of resistance plus 2 lanes killing blow, they gain immunity to mind-affecting conditions for 2 rounds. He's got some light hammers. We don't use light hammers, otherwise that might be okay. We're just gonna sell those. Take all of the potions they've got. I guess we're just leaving these horses to starve. What can you do? Ooh, I forgot there was a magical essence here. That makes coming here very much worth it. Alright, good stuff. Destroy uncollected loot and get out of here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go here, take out these guys. Brimmerx are pretty scary in regular play, not so much in Crusade mode, because we don't have to worry about them casting 20 fireballs at us. We're going to make liberal use of our Scorching Rays here. Alright, I'd rather... Well, these are immune to fire, so we might as well Scorching Ray there. Because once that guy dies, we gain our ability to use our range attacks again. I didn't realize we hadn't killed that guy, so that's a whoopsie daisy. And now it's just mop up. we're just gonna sort of scooch this guy around so that we can block this off in case never mind, it's dead. All of our strategizing was moot. Yeehaw. Okay, got our level. We want Cure Wounds. Having Cure Wounds on a general is super good. And then as we move up the map, we run into this here, and we are abruptly stopped. How strange. We're gonna take one of these smaller armies and just kind of like go exploring. It's weird. I thought... Okay. Moondance Tomato is... God, do we want to rest here? I don't think we do. We're gonna push and try to make it back to camp before we rest. Well, we're gonna see how that worked out then.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
4 shears, okay.
Distract them from me.
Got him.
Into the fray.
Mind over muscle.
Okay, let's see if this guy would like to take a nap. He does not. Oh well.
You won't survive me.
Okay, this ferocious shear is probably the one we want to focus on.
Share your treasures.
Never mind, it's dead.
Take you.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Try to put that one to sleep. Okay.
Endure this.
Wow, we forgot how to hit things.
We can do it. Cover me, all right?
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
Got him!
Surrender.
Look who's laughing now! It's this guy.
Strike count.
Wow, we aren't hitting things. How very strange.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Into the fray.
You should have listened to reason. Too late for apologies.
I think
The wrong mongrel.
part of it is plus 10. Yeah, they get a bonus for being prone. Whenever you're prone, you get a plus 4 bonus to AC against range attacks.
We will falter.
But on the flip side, you get a minus 4 to melee attacks.
Let's move.
We've got enough experience now. So yeah, we'll be heading to the Hell Knight camp next. We'll be stopping here to take a quick nap. And the reason that I have no idea. We don't have... Okay, so let's make some shield scrolls then. These last for what? 6 minutes? Yeah, that seems fine.
You want to see my shadow again?
No.
Well, I don't know. It's gonna cost you. I normally don't show it for anything less than 20. Fine. Since it's you.
Okay, we got back just in time because some of our
Excellent. I will observe
Amber and
for half an
Ninio
hour.
moved to
During that time,
exhausted.
You have to answer my questions. And as for the money, put it on my tab. I do not know what that expression means.
I think
but
we've
do
seen this
send
one
it to
already.
others very frequently.
Sorry, Ninio. Wooljif's very much a cash up front kind of guy. Oh. A wounded elf, huh? Well, there were lots of wounded in Canabras. Who wounded them? In what way? Olivia appears relaxed, even nonchalant, but her eyes gleam attentively, and her hands, as if by coincidence, are resting on her belt next to her weapon. How should I know? It must have been demons. The wound was serious. I doubt he's fully recovered from it. Maybe if you could point me towards a healer, I could. The woman, wrapped in rags all the way up to her eyes, turns around at the sounds of your footsteps. Damn it! In a lightning-fast motion, Anivia knocks something from the woman's hand, an amulet that seemingly appeared out of nowhere. It falls to the ground and disappears in a flash of magic. What's the rush, sweetheart? Stay a while. The commander and me got a couple of questions for you. Anivia, who is this? Looks like a spy to me. Not the first time seeing her in camp, just snooping around, asking the soldiers this and that. And if you try to tell her, she just darts behind a tent and then she's nowhere to be seen. I've been hanging around here for hours, looking all bored, waiting for her to bite. And she did, started asking her questions, and then you came right on cue. With an unnerving smile, Anivia stares the woman who maintains her grim silence straight in the eye. Alright, we're gonna make you talk now, darling. Who do you work for? What she want from you? Looking for some elf. Tall, not from Mendev. Got wounded in Canabras. No idea who it might be. Doesn't sound like anyone in the ranks. Alright, who are you and why are you hiding your face? You hear a heavy sigh coming from under the shawl. This says Anivia. That's not correct. That's the elf. That's the mysterious elf. Fine, you've got me. We'll talk, but not here. Leave me away from your prying eyes. What do you want from me, soldier? In an exasperated gesture, she rips the half-mask off her face, and you see her black skin and crimson eyes. It's Kaylessa, the elf you met in Canabras. Why did you follow my army? To find someone. His masters want me dead, which means I will die sooner or later. But that doesn't mean I'll lie down and accept my fate. I am no lamb to the slaughter, and I won't be waiting for a kindly executioner to come for me knife in hand. Never again. Are you a spy? I'm not going to hide it. I've come to commit a violent and bloody act. But I do not serve the demons. I won't do you or your forces any harm. Don't play coy, I need details. Why? What will you do with my story? Take it into account and pass your judgment? Kill me if you deem me a reprobate. Help the poor girl if you don't. Well, I haven't asked for your help, and your authority to judge me seems rather dubious. I'll leave you be. I met other elves who looked like you. They serve the demons. Anamora's minions. One of Descari's servants is a powerful elf by the name of Anamora. And those corrupted elves are her lackeys. How much did we fail that perception check by? Well. And those corrupted elves are her lackeys. Don't ask me how I know this, or why my appearance is similar to theirs. I'm not your enemy, but if you see them, kill them without remorse. I'll have to go. Alright, so we have perfect. Alright. And with that, we are heading off. The reliable redoubt. We're going to make a hard save real quick. All right. Looks like the Hell Knight continued to fight the gargoyle even from the air. They both fell to the rocks and perished. And here's our boy Yaker. Commander, come here quickly. From the mountain, you see a raided camp and two groups of warriors, one wearing white and yellow, the other in black. They are led by a tall man in white priest robes. Some of the warriors glance around fretfully, their weapons shaking in their hands. You hear the scream of gargoyles from above. The beasts are approaching the camp.
Quickly, evacuate the wounded. The beasts are about to strike again. Use cloaks as stretchers. We've got to make it through. Paralictor, your people will have to cover us while...
2 more minutes left out in the open, and neither you nor I will have any troops left to order about, Crusader.
But the wounded...
Lovely folks.
Retreat to shelter.
The one called Paralector makes a barely noticeable gesture, and the sword of his troop execute the wounded. If the man in white has anything further to add, his words are drowned out by the shrieks of gargoyles as they fall from the sky. The Paralector will lead the unit to shelter. We need to get through to them. Oh! We level up. Level up. Yeah, we take Blood Rager 5. You know what? I think we actually go like this. I'm okay being behind. Is this right? I picked the wrong Blood Rager. Hold on. You were supposed to go Primalist. We're gonna cheat real quick. I could have sworn I chose Primalist, but apparently I didn't. Yeah, I'm just going to, for the moment, turn respecs back on. I need good training. Select you. Let's see, this one. Class. Monks. Scaled Fist. Asimar. Angel Blooded. Pickpocket. I think what we went. Okay, that seems right. Ability, persuasion, feat, exotic weapon, shard, blood, or no, crane style. We've been following Shaylin. We have to go lawful good. We're gonna be big boy. White is the sun. Don't quite remember what color our hair was.
We do it my way. Adventures await.
There's still Jimmy Pathfinder. Does not matter what our birthday is. Next we take Oracle. Thank you. Boom. Boom. Oracle's Curse. Plagued. Nature's Whispers. Here. Find Favor. Unbreakable Heart. Blood Ranger. Primalist. Don't know how I fucked that one up. Guess for Shard, Bloodline, Copper Dragon. Keep going down the Blood Ranger. Power attack. And we're going. Okay, yeah. This is what got. Yeah. I want to change those out. Okay, we want Reckless Stance. Is that right? Or is it Lethal Stance? Lethal stance. Double. By 1. Yeah. And then we want Beast Totem Lesser. Mage Armor. And we say make big. That's for our Mythic rank. Instrument of Freedom. And Infinirage. Okay. Just a little bit of correcting up. Our build real quick. That would have stripped. Okay, we just lost our. We need to return Finian to Fauchard. Gimme.
Let us be off.
We are
Marched me to the bone.
fatigued for some reason. Weird. Oh, because the day passed. Okay.
Those who perished in Canabres, I still dream about them. Sometimes I see their faces in the crowd. Tell me, this will never be over, will it?
No. The ones we lost, they'll be with us forever.
Well, that's a downer. Now I'm feeling bummed. Thanks, guys. Okay. Let's go to the reliable redoubt for real now. It wouldn't have been the end of the world to stick with regular Blood Rager, but I'm not sure I even blame myself. Sometimes, I mean, it's hard. I should have paid more attention, obviously, when we took Blood Rager initially, but sometimes, yeah, you click on a class in that menu and it just doesn't take. We're gonna skip all this. Okay. Now then. I'm just trying to think of when I want to grab Dragon Disciple. Probably at Blood Rager 7 after we get the shield spell. So as for our feet, we'll go ahead and take D display. It's either Dazzling Display or Outflank. But actually, I think we want Outflank a little more right now. We do want Dazzling Display, but later's fine. Seela. Okay, boom. No, we want to put some points in use magic device because we want her to be able to use those scrolls that Ninya's making. Just need 1 point. Take Outflank on Seela as well. Level 2 spells. Grab us a mirror image. Seems good. Woljif. Keep vivisecting. Boom. Oh, nope, that's it. I have put a... Okay, I put a point in the wrong thing. That's why. I was like, I've put a point in Arcane somewhere, and I'm not sure why. It was entirely because... So... Yeah, this is where we take Outflank for This is where everybody just gets a free outflank. Just checking to see if there's anything particular here that we want. I think we'll just... Again, the main thing is this Shatter Defenses is going to just be important later on. So taking D-Display now, Dazzling Display now. I don't... Like, there's nothing else we particularly want right now. Maybe, like, improved unarmed strike. Because if we go improved unarmed strike, we can get Crane style on Volgif. Oh. Hey, this is his first. Like Cat's Grace. Lon is just going to keep being a Crusader. Yeehaw. We're gonna go ahead and take Boon Companion. This will give us a bunch of levels on our big boy, on our doggy dog. I don't want any of these. These all... Like, when do I get weapon specialization? That's what we really want. Looks like next level. Next. Okay. We'll take... I guess... It really doesn't matter. As for Ember... Boom, boom, boom. Good. She does not have any spell penetration, so we need to take spell penetration. I've not talked about this mechanic. We'll probably come across something with spell penetration, and I'll talk about it then. With spell resistance, and I'll talk about it then. But suffice to say, we need spell penetration on our casters. Probably glitter dust. Seems fine. Level 3. I don't know. We got Fireball, Heroism. I mean, remove blindness is okay, but for now we'll just go with Cure Serious and Nenio. Okay, need to check. We need a meta magic, so we'll find some sort of fun meta magic for Nenio. Probably want, like, Selective Spell. Seems pretty alright to me. Phantasmal Killer. And... I don't know. Confusion... Acid Pit. Probably Acid Pit's alright. And then we get a lot of levels on our dog. Probably Open Focus Bite. You want to put a point into intelligence at some point. Because we want to give him to have access to teamwork feats like Outflank. And it's gonna he'll need 3 intelligence for that. We take either improved, unarmed, or outflank. Okay, we need more base attack bonus. So, we'll take improved unarmed strike, mostly as a prerequisite for crane style. Because even the dog can learn crane style. Much more formidable at 39. Level 6, 39 HP. Some decent stats. Plus 8 to attack.
Let's move.
Alright. There be gargoyles we need to be fighting. Oh, we got our second attack, because since we have a base attack bonus of 6, we now get a second attack at -5. Neat.
Forward!
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Listen to reason.
Forgot to... That's unfortunate. Buff up. Slight mistake.
Crossed the wrong mongrel.
Cover me, all right?
Perfect. Smack this guy. Unfortunate. Okay, that was just stupid. Should not have gotten that many hits. Armor class 23, yeah.
Surrender or else.
Kill that one.
Survive me.
Oh, that was the guy I need to talk about. Spell resistance on. Whoops.
With all your might. This is my path.
Ask nicely.
Okay, we need to do some spell book stuff while I'm thinking about it. Any other level 2 spells? Oh, I saw there was like, I want that on Woljif. You not know shield? You need to learn... Yeah, no, he knows shield. He knows shield. Could have... I don't remember what the other level 2 spell I saw that I really wanted for Woljif. Probably Mirror Image, actually. That'd be really good on Woljif. So, you also would have gotten some spells. Probably Prayer is what we want here. Prayer's pretty solid. It gives all of our guys +1, and all enemies in range get a -1 to a bunch of different stuff. Notably, any enemies that get that -1... Archon's Aura is also really good. We'll think about it. We're not locked into anything just yet. Like, does anybody else know prayer? No.
Are we in trouble yet?
And... let's not do that.
Do it.
Okay. So,
Wait for apologies.
spell resistance. We've encountered a lot of enemies that have spell resistance. It's pretty much every demon has it. But here we have spell resistance. This fiendish gargoyle hunter has 11 spell resistance. That means when we hit it with a spell, our character that casts the spell will roll a d20. They will add their caster level and any other bonuses to spell penetration. If they get higher than an 11, the spell takes effect. If they roll lower than 11, the spell does nothing. This gives us a +2 on our caster checks, level checks. Notably, this is also part of what makes this really good, because this also gives a +2 bonus to caster level checks. The Covenant of the Inheritor. And then there's another, and then you see here, we can get greater spell penetration that gives us another +2, which becomes +4. And then even later, we can get mythic spell penetration, which lets us add, once we have greater spell penetration, our mythic rank. And that, yeah. These guys don't, like, this guy has an 11. Our roll here is going to be, like, +11. It's +13, actually. So we are going to break through that with no problem.
Distract them from me.
But it is important for us to find ways to stack spell pin as the game goes on, if we want our casters to be effective. Well, that's great. Ooh. Ember's at a high enough level that she gets a second
Time to share your treasures.
ray with her Scorching Ray. For every 4 levels beyond the 3rd. Yeah, level 7. Perfect. That's pretty nice. The sight before you is at once macabre and picturesque. A lifeless couple, a man and a woman dressed in white and yellow priest robes, lie on the ground, surrounded by the bodies of dead gargoyles. They are tangled in death. The claws of the monsters are tearing at the human's clothes, and the largest gargoyle's talon has pierced the man's chest and punctured his heart. But before they died, he or his companion defeated the enemy. Suddenly, the woman opens her eyes. She doesn't look at you, but stares up at the world wound's horrific sky. Her pale lips open, and she exhales abruptly. Sun will never rise again. There's only darkness above me. The sky here is cursed, and we along with it. Yaker, walking in the front, steps over the man's body without looking, but turns around at the sound of the woman's voice. The Mendevian faithful break too easily. All good people are easily broken. The knights in pale armor help each other through the horror, but the knights in black only break each other and everyone around them. Need help. You'll feel better now. The woman pushes you away with a weak gesture. Expend your efforts on someone who can be helped. Leave me. My crusade is over. Who are you? What happened here? I'm a priestess of ardent Sarenrae from the Order of the Sunrise Sword. Next to me is Ashes Strager, the head of our order. He has led our forces on raids into the Worldwound many times, but this campaign... The gargoyles attacked a few nights ago, a vast number. We've never seen anything like it. Ashes reorganized our resistance with great skill, but while the monsters were distracting our fighters, a small group of them raided the camp and took our supplies. We were left without food and water in the middle of the Worldwound, where it's nearly impossible to find provisions. We shared the last crumbs of our supplies and set off back the way we came. Everyone was suffering from hunger and thirst. We grew weak and could barely fight back when the gargoyles struck a second time. They snatched many of us. I saw the pain on Ash's face when he counted the losses, but we managed to rally. We continued our trek and soon came across traces of a recent battle. Someone had destroyed a troop of demon worshippers. In our desperation, we decided to follow the strangers to warn them of the gargoyles and seek their help, having no idea that they were Hell Knights. But we received only scorn. Every gulp of water in my unit is accounted for, they said. They spared us 2 flasks and a sack of dried bread. They said we were allowed to keep the sack to use as bandages. 2 flasks between all of us. A sack for bandages. Hell Knights. I'd rather ally with a flesh-eating poisonous wyvern. Don't expect any goodness from those black tin cans. If you meet them, count yourself lucky if you don't end up nailed to the nearest fence post. Leader has to take care of their own tribe first. All the scandalized gasps. How could you do such a thing? Suddenly fall away when you're first faced with the hard choice. Are you going to take food out of your own child's mouth to feed a starving stranger? What happened after that? The gargoyles attacked. Despite how the Hell Knight Paralictor had treated us, Ashes endeavored to help them and had us carry their wounded. That monster had them slaughtered. Ashes was beside himself. It's difficult to conceive of such evil. He told our people to go with the Hell Knights to find shelter while he stayed to cover our retreat. He was a strong cleric, but as he treated our wounded, he neglected himself and he paid for it. Your commander can't be helped, but you're still alive. Allow me to help you and come with us. Why? So many deaths, so many sacrifices, such bravery, all for what? No, I will not go with you, stranger. My commander and I will die by what we lived for, compassion and nobility. I don't want to keep fighting for a world that bows to such laws. May the goddess forgive me. Farewell. I'm sorry these good people treated you this way. You don't have the strength to go any further rest. We will continue your crusade. I promise you. Commander, I'm not one to advise you, but you're wasting time on this fool, and the gargoyles will soon be back. That's their usual tactics. Fly up, regroup, attack again. I'm going back to my unit now. I advise you not to stay long either. Okay, well, they interrupt. That lady interrupt. There's a bastard sword of hope here. We don't have anyone that can use bastard swords. They're an exotic weapon, which means we have to spend a feat to use them. So we're not likely to have anyone who can use bastard swords, but it's neat. And it's, you know, worth only 3,000? Blah. Okay, everybody is...
I'm here. Where else would I yarn?
March on.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Alright. More gargoyles. Get used to seeing them. There's a lot of them.
Cover me, all right?
Oh wow, there are a lot of them. Damn, there are a lot of them. Okay, we're just gonna have Sela start singing.
Make every strike count.
Mind over muscle.
Okay, smack. Got him. Alright.
Stab you or zap you? Why not?
Perfect. So now that we have outflank, when a unit is flanking, when one of our allies that has outflank is flanking, another is flanking. Basically, the way flanking works in this game. If two characters are in melee range of a shared target, they get flanking. The tabletop rules are more complicated. You have to be like on exact opposite sides and whatnot. That's Alcat went that's too much to implement in our video game, so they decided they weren't gonna. And damn, this guy must have a hell of a will save. So yeah, it's simplified in this, where you just see. Also notice this guy has 19 spell resistance. So yeah, Alcat was like, we don't feel like implementing that true to text, true to the rules. So they didn't. And we are all happier for it. Because God would be messing with the actual perfect rules for flanking. Yeah, more gargoyles, by the way. If you think the gargoyling is bad now, trust me, it's going to get a whole lot worse before we leave here. We want to make sure we're not zapping any of our boys. Interesting. Why did this guy... Okay, he doesn't... It's only the hunters that have... No. Oh, he made a save. Okay. Weird. I thought these all had... fire resistance, but I guess not.
Cover me, all right?
Okay, we want to kill this guy. This is probably the scariest guy on the field right now.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Watch out.
And here we see that first missile fail to overcome spell resistance.
We won't falter.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Into the fray! I'll hit you!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
All right. It's telling me I should be able to open this box, but I cannot open that box. I would like to open that box, but the game lies, and I cannot open the box it says I can. We're gonna take all of the healing potions off these guys. They're dead. They don't need it. Gonna have Woljif open that. Maybe.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Let us be off.
Distract them for me.
I cannot tell if this is bugged out or not. Let's save and reload and see if we can open that box. Okay, yeah, we can. I really thought there was a box that had, like, actually something really good in it. It's probably this box that's bugged out on me. Alright. We need to go into this cave next, but before we do that, we're going to take a rest, because the upcoming fight is very difficult. I have decided I would rather have Archon's Aura over... what's it called? Prayer. Let's make sure everybody else looks good. Probably 2 acid pits is what we want. Wisdom. How long does these last? A minute per level. 7 minutes. Cool, cool, cool. Slot in another one of those, another one of those. Alright. We're gonna rest real quick so we can get all of our spells back and whatnot. And I will be right back. Okay. So, first things up, we need to get buffing. We're going to take this belt off Woljif, put it on Lawn temporarily, because
Something wrong.
Woljif is going to drink that, put that on. He's going to apply Cat's Grace to himself, which is going to give him a +4 to Dex. That does not stack with the belt. so he'd only get +2. Since we have no way of applying Cat's Grace to Lawn at the moment, the belt's better on him.
I'm always open to ideas.
Now, I'm going to cast Full Strength on Jimmy and Sela. Gives them an extra +4 to Strength. That's an extra +2 to attack rolls and damage. Going to apply Owl's Wisdom. That is a +4 to his Wisdom stat. We are going to apply Mage Armor to ourselves.
A bright future awaits us.
It's 1 minute per level, so we'll apply that. Do we have displacement? We're gonna put that on Jimmy. Probably put Bear's Endurance on Jimmy as well. Gives him a +4 to Con. That's an extra +2 hit points per level. Comes out to an extra +15 hit points. Alright, now that we are properly buffed to the gills, armor class 29, pretty good. Armor class 29, pretty good. Know how we can make that better. It's one of these shield scrolls on Jimmy. Alright. I think we're about as...
Might make you feel better.
We do want to do that. Put a Shield of Faith on Sela, because she has a +1 deflection. This should +2, +1 for every 6 levels. We are level 5 Crusader, so that's only a +2. Is anybody not actually Shield of Faith on Woljif? And we will no wait, Bless. No, Bless isn't anything we care about. Greater Magic, primary hand here. And then Archon's Aura. Archon's Aura has a DC of only 19. 6 + 3. Yeah, that makes sense. That is a vocation spell. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Now we are truly buffed as much as we're gonna buff, I think. So... yeah, applying... Greater Magic Weapon gave us an extra +1 on Finian here.
Follow me. Knight Commander, I presume.
You presume correctly.
Glory precedes you.
Well, thank you.
I am Reginald de Renge, Paralictor of the Order of the God Claw, and temporary officer of the Joint Unit of Hell Knights and the Order of the Sunrise Sword. You and your people should take positions. The gargoyles are regrouping. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes.
Joint unit?
Joint. The leader of the Order of the Sunrise Sword was unable to get to safety, which is not surprising, considering his, shall we say, excessive scrupulousness and sluggishness. Given the extreme situation, I took command of his people.
Fair enough.
Just great. Paladins and Hell Knights all in the one troop. It's like catching the plague and the pox at the same time.
It is just a lawful party up in here.
Technically speaking, there isn't much in common between these events. While paladins may truly not be frequent members of Hell Knight orders, except for the Order of the God Claw, of course, the probability of contracting both plague and the pox is not all that low. One would simply have to engage in debauchery during an epidemic.
Fucking Nenio.
Aw, Nenio, you're no fun.
It's supposed to be good when different people unite. We're here for a common cause. But it still gives me the creeps for some reason. Hell Knights shouldn't be allowed to get their claws into our paladins. It's wrong.
We can make Sela a Hell Knight, by the way. She meets all the qualifications to be a Hell Knight. Just saying. We need to get rid of the Gorgos, then we'll talk.
Be ready, Commander. This attack may be worse than the last one.
And the last one was pretty bad. Okay. Christ, this fight.
Do not waver.
And of course they succeed on their will saves right off the bat, because why wouldn't they? God damn it. Alright, first things first. We have Ember up first. Okay. Ember is just going to start trying to put people to sleep. We toggle Insightful Contemplation on, then off. This is going to give Ember and Nenio an extra +2 to their appropriate stats. Along with, we get an extra +2 points of armor there. And then, I guess, walk up to that guy. Nenio is going to start the festivities with a big ol' haste. Alright. So we have a lot of friends here. Lots of Armiger Archers, some Hell Knights, some Priests. They all suck. They're all just super not good. Except for Regil. Regil's good. And while at the moment, it probably looks, just like, oh, 3 gargoyles, that's what all this buffing and prep work was for. I swear, we always go, like, last. We need to get mad. Wow, we're at a +17, huh? More continuously spawn in throughout the fight. We want to try to take out that cleric. It wasn't likely to happen, but we did want to try. Motherfucker just comes in and hits me on a nat 20 through displacement. He had to roll above a 50, and then he had to roll... I'm flat-footed? I'm not flat-footed! Oh, and then he rolled a natural 20, okay. Ember... Okay, Ember's back up because of... shenanigans, initiative shenanigans. We're just gonna sneak Sela around the side, try to coup de grace. Got him. Now... Probably actually should have thrown a fireball there. They hit me! I hate this game. 2 nat 20s through concealment. Isn't life just grand? Boy, this cleric's probably the scariest thing on the field right now. Did cast hold person, will throw succeed. Perfect. That's all we care about. So yeah, as the scariest thing on the field, we're going to try to take it out pretty quick. Let's Insightful Contemplation should be wearing off soon, so we're going to give it another toggle. Level 4. We don't have anything particularly great. This guy should be asleep for a while, so we're not worried about him.
Distract them for me.
Endure this.
Perfect.
Strike with all your might.
For some reason we did not get an attack on this guy. That's kind of weird. So yeah, we take care of that, and like 5 more spawn up here. God damn it. Fuck. Do we get another... Each round may attempt a new saving throw. Okay. Good. God. Okay. We want to move Ember where she's not an appealing target. And just keep having her... trying... I want to move Ninio out of the way too. Don't want... Proper positioning is pretty key to this fight. Because the second these start going for some of our weaker guys is whenever we run into some trouble.
Time to share your treasures.
I probably want to move Lon too. He's not exactly the buffest guy on the team. I swear every one of them has made their will save on Archon's aura. It's pissing me off. For fuck's sake, we failed again. You rolled on nat 1? Come on! Oh, and yeah, even more gargoyles just spawned in case you thought there were... In case you felt like this fight could use some more gargoyles, some more have spawned in. This should be the last round of gargoyles. We still got a few turns of haste. We're going to attempt a phantasmal killer here. Wow, they actually failed the saving throw, so that's pretty good. That was not super likely. They made their fortitude save so they did not immediately die. Which is unfortunate, because that's actually the harder one for them to make. So far, this fight has been going significantly better than it goes, like, ever. This Gargoyle High Cleric is the scariest thing on the field. Hopefully we finally make our damn saving throw. Did we? I can't tell. Fuck off, man. Jesus Christ. We would, like, be halfway done, if it wasn't for... This guy doesn't have spell resistance, which is kind of weird. That, if it wasn't for that, hold person just holding us forever. So we're actually in trouble, because they might just kill Jimmy straight up. And if they do, there's nothing we can do about it. And we'll have to redo the whole fight. have we tried to put this thing to sleep? It's not likely to go to sleep, so why bother? This is the Gargoyle High Cleric, yes, that is.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Distract them for me.
Alright, fortunately, Woljif's kind of tearing a path through everything. So, Regil... Oh, that's a real problem, actually. Okay. I think we just have to take the opportunity attack here. Um... Okay, move over to this cleric. When does that cleric move? Okay, we got plenty of time. Basically, the concern is if this cleric does another channel to inflict injury, they'll kill Jimmy, and that's a game over, and we have to restart the fight. Fortunately, we get to go first. Unfortunately, there's no really good way to do this. First off, let me make sure. Okay, we want to hit as few of the gargoyles as possible, but it's way more important that Jimmy stay alive than us healing these gargoyles just a little bit.
We can do it.
We can do it. Okay, going to 5-foot step this away. That's not what I wanted, but whatever.
Into the fray.
I brought Acid Pit along for this fight. It's actually really bad. The gargoyles aren't affected by Acid Pit because they can fly.
Cover me, all right?
Make every strike count.
Okay, everybody's still alive.
Continue fighting, everyone.
Okay. What the fuck? Only plus 13, huh?
Continue fighting, everyone.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Yeah, these gargoyles channeling negative energy are a real problem.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah, they killed Ember. Nothing we can do about it. Shit. Okay.
With all your might.
Something I haven't had a chance to note is that Regil here is invincible in this fight. He will not die, so even if the rest of your party falls, Regil will stand up and keep going until everything's dead.
You won't survive me.
Which is good, because, if you have not over-prepared like we have, it's pretty easy for your entire party to just die. We really got screwed, though. We should have, at some... like, the odds were in our favor to, at some point, have, broken free of that hold person. But we just got screwed and rolled low, and that ruined us. Like, there was basically no way... There's, like, no recovering from that. In a way that would have gotten us out with Ember alive. Because while he's held, he doesn't get any of his dex bonuses, which means... In fact, I think his dex goes to, like, 1. Though we're using charisma, but still. Like, it makes him easy to hit. And we took a lot of hits that took us down, and we spent a lot of time not attacking with one of our heaviest hitters. It's fine. We'll bring Ember back when we get back to camp. We have the money to buy some Raised Dead scrolls, so it's not the end of the world. Reginald gracefully stows his weapon, places his hand behind his back. You two, check the area. Mark any potential shelters that offer protection against aerial attacks. Quartermaster, inventory the remnants of the camp to make sure that the gargoyles only abducted people and weren't interested in anything else. Send messengers immediately to our scout squads and order them to return to camp. I need a full list of casualties. The sooner the better. He turns to you and nods slightly. Commander, your arrival was well timed. Now we can finally talk. I'm quite interested in the events that occurred at the Grey Garrison, and I suppose you have questions for me as well. What do you know about what happened with Grey Garrison? Any shift in the balance of power during this war has a direct impact on my mission. New player appears who's capable of fighting demons effectively, then I'm ready to support that person with all the resources I have at my disposal. But naturally, I cannot blindly trust a stranger, even one marked by the gods. You have every right to doubt. I don't usually trust strangers either, so we understand each other. Thank you, Commander. Is there anything more you would like to know before we move on to more serious issues? What are you doing here in the World Wound? The same as you and your army. Fighting a war against the demons. The Hell Knights have always been a part of the Crusades from the very beginning. We don't answer to Queen Galfrey, and we act on our own authority, but we serve the common cause. Disguised spawn have no place in the world we want to build. What does Paralector mean? I'm the commander of this unit, and in the Order's hierarchy, I'm 2 steps lower than its leader. In the territory of Mindev and the World Wound, there are a few who equal my rank, but I'm the most senior Hell Knight officer for many leagues around. What are you going to do now after the gargoyle attack? I will wait for my remaining fighters to return. What you see here is only a small part of my forces. As for my long-term plans, that depends on the results of our conversation, Commander. Before we move on to serious subjects, I'd like to address an organizational issue regarding my unit. You may wish to be present. Yaker steps forward and salutes with a clenched fist to his chest. Paralector, permission to report. During the first gargoyle attack, I determined it necessary to leave my post. I swam over the river, found the commander's army, and asked them to provide assistance. The reinforcers were much needed. You will earn a double salary for your resourcefulness, Yaker, and 100 lashes for abandoning your post. The young knight grows a little pale, but immediately suits again. Yes, Paralector. I wonder if it's foolish and overly harsh to punish Yaker for leaving his post when he did to bring help. It would be foolish and harsh, but entirely lawful to execute him for desertion. Did you know the location of the commander's squad, Knight? No, Paralector. I assumed I might meet friendly troops on the other side of the river, but I couldn't know for sure. You see, Commander, of course I could be gracious and look the other way, but that would mean that during the next battle, 10 or 20 people might think it's high time they ran to get help. Initiative requires reasonable limits. Not to mention, 100 lashes is hardly a punishment for a true Hell Knight. I'd say it's more of a spiritual warm-up. Thank you for your concern, Commander, but I do not wish to evade fair punishment. I wouldn't be a Hell Knight if I did. These guys made of stone or what? Seem creepy, but I kinda like them. Now for a more delicate issue. You, Commander, were interested in our dispute with the Knights of the Orders of the Sunrise Sword, correct? Their forces in Canabris suffered a great loss in the demon's attack, and now their leader has perished and his troops are in trouble. They are reeling with no command structure. Their order will hardly be able to recover from the losses they've suffered. What are you getting at? These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with, but if I assume formal command over them, I'll be able to reforge them into weapons of reasonable quality. One or two might even become true Hell Knights. The rest will be put to good use as well. What does this have to do with me? A spark flashes in Regel's pale yellow eyes. I suppose, Commander, that for leagues around from Canalris to Dresden, and from Dresden to the cursed city of Iz at the heart of the world wound, all of this pertains to you in one way or another. You are the catalyst that shifted an age-old balance of power, whether you meant it or not. Your own future and much more depends on the decisions you make here and now, even the ones that seem insignificant. No one but them has the right to decide their fate. Talk to them and get your answer. Regil looks at the warriors in white and yellow, shifting cheerlessly from one foot to another. Initiates of the Sunrise Sword, your leader is dead. The Order has suffered serious losses and you will not be able to recover. You may return to Mendev to join another Crusader Order and hope that they don't meet the same fate as the Sunrise Sword, or you may remain under my command. I will not promise that it will be easy, or that our war-making will be constricted by your principles. What I can promise is this. Under my command, you will never again feel like helpless mice in the talons of a ravenous raptor. Does that mean we've worked off the precious resources you spent on us? The water, medicine, and bandages? I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought you were useless garbage. The initiates of the Sunrise Sword consult with each other for a time. Then one of them, a young woman in knight's armor, stepped forward. Thank you for your trust, Paralector. We will stay and are ready to obey your orders. Fine. In due course, I will review your troops and make any necessary additions regarding your role in my unit. Now, Commander, for the most important issue. Cooperation between our forces. We do have a common enemy and a common battlefield. You're looking at me strangely, Paralector. When we discussed Yasker's punishment, we were deciding the fate of the Sunrise Sword. It's as if you're testing me. Regil lowers his head in a gesture that might be read as suspectful. I do not believe I made any attempt to conceal my interest in you. Both as a new, strong leader in the region, and as the bearer of a highly unusual power. Of course, I'd like to know what's inside your head. One could say that it's my duty. My army and I are going to Dresden to free the city from demons. You can join forces with us. Dresden. An ambitious goal, but most reasonable. Imagine how much a victory would rally all the separate bands of today's Crusaders under one banner. We certainly need a base of operations inside the Whirlwind. I stand ready to support you. Moreover, I can accompany you in your campaign. However, I would remind you that Hell Knights are outside of Mindev's jurisdiction. My unit and I will join your forces and obey your orders, but only for as long as I deem that our goals coincide. Hell no! We don't need the knights of these black-armored statues. I don't want to fight side by side with someone who'll slit my throat if I'm weak and wounded. You can't defeat one evil by inviting an equal, but slightly more organized evil into your ranks. Slightly more organized than the demons? I could consider that an insult. Never dealt with the Hell Knights before, but from what we've seen, they're serious fighters. Just what we need. And just think how that armor will look in the paintings they'll make about our battles. It's a deal. Yes, Commander. My forces and Rigel Derenge are at your disposal. We're gonna leave him here, though. Okay, despite the fact that Ember's dead, and we did get screwed by that one whole person, that went pretty well.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Like, that fight, usually, I have to try at least twice. We're still alive, praise be Sarenrae. This guy's a Dark Souls fan, he just praised the sun. But we did, you know, buff up hardcore. And to prepare for it, which helped, though I'm very upset about how where is my I should have there we go. Probably put this on Woljif. He's a bit of a killer. He do be murdering lots of folk. Even though Ember is dead, that doesn't stop us from making her wear stuff. Alright. Well, I do believe I will call that a success. We could have redone it to try to not lose Ember, but I don't think it's all that worth it. Okie dokie. What am I doing here? We need to talk to Will, so we've got stuff to sell. Show me what you have. We're going to bulk sell. I don't need that. I don't even quite know where we have it. Do want to hold on to Radiance. We are selling both of these hammers. Don't need those chain shirts. I really wish... So let's see. This is medium. Medium. We don't need this if we've got the muscle warmer. Oh, we don't need the Sword of Good Hope either. This crossbow doesn't have as much of a threat range. Normally it's a 19 to 20, but it automatically confirms criticals. That's very much whatever. Do we want these heavy paws? It's only on crits made with natural weapons, so we'll sell that. Now we need to go over to the field medic's tent. Talk to Visali, show me your scrolls. Take a scroll of Raised Dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need some resto scrolls because Ember is going to come back with some negative levels. So resto. I said. So yeah, I mean, we lost about $6,000 from Ember dying there, but I really don't want to do that again. Because there's no guarantee it will go that well again. Okay. And we have no other particular use for our money at this point.
Let us be off.
So let's take a nap. The water is bubbling in the pot, and the little bubbles are rising up from the bottom. Quickly, there's something interesting at the top. They live on the surface for a moment, and then pop, they're gone. Reminds me of something. Okie dokie.
Let's move.
Let's talk to Regil. Regil stands with his hands behind his back, his favorite pose it would seem. He seems submerged in thoughts, but gathers himself immediately as you approach. His pale yellow eyes examine you inquisitively. Knight Commander, it is good you found time to meet me. There's a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you. It was incredibly interesting the power you and your companions received during the fight at the Grey Garrison, and now my interest has been gratified. The power your companions received has passed on to me as well, manifested after my usual evening reckoning. I believe I now represent a true threat to the creatures and initiates of chaos. The imprisoned cultist we kept for certain observations experienced this firsthand. Regil's voice is unemotional, almost bored, but leaves no doubt to the cultist's fate. Striking, isn't it? Divine intervention at a critical moment is rare, but not beyond imagining. But in this case, part of the power that you received through the intervention has passed to someone who joined you well after the fateful moment had passed. Seems to me like you're trying to find some pattern even in this. What if it's some miracle is just a miracle? Miracles do not exist. In the end, every so-called miracle turns out to be a manifestation of someone's will. Besides, I might have believed in a blind accident, but not in the accidental acquisition of great power in the exact moment in when it is needed most. In any case, this is shallow philosophizing. You must have some questions for me? I mean, we can talk to him. So yeah, here's an interesting thing about Regil. Gnomes in Galari in the world of Pathfinder don't just, like, die of old age. As they get older, they experience what's called the bleaching. The bleaching is the name given to the physical decolorization and aging of a gnome, and is caused by a lack of exposure to new and exciting experiences. This bleaching of color is accompanied by a psychological decline, first into depression and apathy, and eventually into madness and death. Gnomes' efforts to fend off the bleaching only serve to fuel their racial curiosity and whimsy, giving them a somewhat manic edge. Some claim the bleaching is the result of the gnomes leaving the First World thousands of years ago. The few gnomes who survive the bleaching develop enigmatic wisdom and a connection to the natural world, earning them the name of bleachlings. So yeah, Regil is, like, super old, and he's in late stages of the bleaching, but he still keeps his mind sharp. And like that said, gnomes usually get around this by just being, like, mischievous pranksters, and it's kind of what makes Regil interesting for his character, because he is instead incredibly cold and logical. Forgive me for asking a personal question, but your hair is going gray and your skin is rather paled. It's the bleaching, right? Of course it's the bleaching. Regil shrugs indifferently. Doing anything to fight it? What do other races do to fight old age? Regil allows himself a brief smirk. I know what made you ask this question. My kin have earned a certain reputation for their vain attempts to stave off the inevitable. Luckily for the rest of the world, not all gnomes are prepared to spread chaos with their reckless escapades. There are some among us who accept the natural order of things. The bleaching has no effect on my ability to carry out my duties, and therefore it has no, how should I put it, personal meaning for me. You've openly showed your distrust of the Crusader Command. Why have you decided to join me? Do not misread my behavior as distrust of you personally. Like every Hell Knight, I watch everyone closely, searching for signs of weakness and sin. Everyone, including myself. Indeed, Regil Daringe is the first on my list of suspect. I observe him daily, marking every fault, every hesitation, every weakness, and I prepare the proper punishment. So it has been, and will be. As for your second question, I suppose we may be useful to each other. You and your army are a new power in the Crusade. Rate all the old powers as quite ineffective. I've yet to rate your own efforts, but early indications are positive. That means you may count on my help for now. What will happen if your assessment changes? I will inform you of this as well as any measures I intend to take. Be aware that I treat my allies more strictly than my enemies. This is a sign of respect. Okay, I guess we're done talking now. Okay, so Regil. Have they made any changes to Regil? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, Regil can be a right little blender. If the circumstances are right. We're gonna get a weapon that's gonna be incredibly good for him. A little ways down the road. Not too terribly far, as long as he wears armor, 9th level Hellite, gains a +2, gives on all persuasion checks. Addition while wearing the armor. Okay. I usually don't make him stay a Hell Knight, but we probably will.
March on.
What's that golem? Where'd the golem go? There's a prestidigitation golem. Where'd the prestidigitation golem go? Has disappeared. Weird. Whatever. Wonder if Yaker's around. I want to talk to that guy. Nope, no Yaker. talk to the Queen. She might have something to say about us suddenly bringing in a bunch of Hell Knights. I think she might. So you've allied with Reginald Durange. As always, the Queen gets right to the point, without any introductory remarks. I've not met him, but I've heard quite a lot. Hell Knights are powerful allies, and it would be unforgivable to reject their help in fighting the demonic threat. But they're nearly as dangerous as the army of the Abyss. What's more, they swear no obedience to me, and they don't half enjoy making a show of it. We're going to see what she means by that later. Where did that fucking golem go? It was like hanging out right next to Irabeth, and now it's who knows where. I want to figure out how that thing works. As for, like, his equipment, Regil comes stocked with +2 full plate, Ring of Protection, Amulet of Natural Armor, and all of this, he still has just barely more armor class than Jimmy does while running around stark naked. You can probably start to see why armor isn't particularly good in this game. It's a little better if we stick with Regil's base stuff here. Because he will get additional... He will be able to make more use of his dex than some people. But it's still not going to be as good as Jimmy with Archmage armor and all the other nonsense that he's going to have going on later on. Like, shield, Archmage armor, just, yeah, we're going to be stacking some AC to the moon. Alrighty. Well, I do believe that is going to do it for today. If you stuck around, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the